Ghana's National Cathedral features in the New York Times. Ghana National Cathedral Akko International. Ya say oti wiase na o ya ade na eye o se obi anhwe wa obi ahwe pa obi ahwe sa cathedral we ase me nya sure say political country bi wo wiase mu ha o munti din. And when I saw this story, I wasn't surprised. Yes. As I said, New York Times cover a long time. And then they're supposed to cover it long ago. Right. The controversial National Cathedral project, once envisioned as a grand structure to serve multiple purposes and enhance Ghana's tourism sector, but now abandoned with little more than a large excavation site, despite $58 million already committed to it in funding, has been featured in one of America's leading newspapers, the New York Times. The New York Times feature on the National Cathedral, which pointedly refers to it as an expensive whole, chronicles the project's journey from its conception by former President Akufo and the high expectations it carried, to the widespread criticisms it attracted and its current abandoned state. Read the full article of the New York Times, May 3, 2025, report on the National Cathedral below. Ghana wanted a cathedral. It got an expensive hole instead. Aye. New York Times for you, me ba. You back in kind way, Mammy for him to say, we will come after one. Ghana wanted a cathedral. It got an expensive hole instead. Ghana na a cathedral and a benya expensive hole. You are some hangina ope a minute that one no boy dimpa a Ghana cathedral. The nation had grand plans for a national cathedral designed by a celebrity architect. The 400 million project became a political battleground. The walls surrounding Ghana's National Cathedral are aging plywood. Its spires are yellow construction cranes, which have not moved in years. It frequently reverberates with singing. It's singing of a choir of frogs that moves in whenever the cathedral have finished foundation filled with rainwater. Tiasemo mukang. Muka say last be abrantie raf. Cathedral uchem wo ho ayede ayaka va ho. I'm be honest with you, say man kinda enimin kinda uchem wo ha. I'm be honest with you, won't say one cathedral because ya cover ho nyina. Eno na end this for one year demonstration raf kokko bu ani omkochi no. Na otie say na New York Times for report story na yes say ye the plywood na cover ho nyina. Na se ensuo bono humusuo to se kima obeba na nkutre ene mponchirani frogs nkutre mponchirani frog grani dimba ko atwere entwere gum na krrr mama tena akurasida mu tena akurasida mama tena akurasida te se ye no se wuti akurasi na se akurasi na wotinu baby a wotinu bansu a ade san jai entwere no be ye dede sa na ade achim ebo 5:30 no moja san kwase ade no ade san ya 7 no man start san kwase asu no enti New York Times for say ensuo to se kima o ma be documentary you to muti US o ma ho ne ekoso o mu sin so nya to se kirima na dede na start na frogs ajimu ma na ndie wo mu tunyum we to Shatawale we to Stone we to Sakwade we to Burna Boy na we to Davido na we to Wizkid sa na de ache o mu tunyum sa eno ho asem no mu kan ti say the singing of a choir of frogs that moves in whenever the cathedrals have finished foundation filled with rainwater. They want say ya foundation no baby kakra. Enti no say enso to gum say chuo na ntwira je wo nyina afa. Sana ye si a dine the ama and train nkutre. In training nkutre dine no. Na Addo legacy no record or die no. Ghana's former president Addo Akufo spent around $58 million of public money on the 400 million Cathedral project. A huge sum in this debt saddled West African country. The new finance minister said in March that Ghana's economy was in severe distress. The cathedral was designed by the celebrity architect David Addo, but beyond the blueprints, there is very little to show for the money. They have only dug a hole, a big hole. Praise Chinedu, a student and a Pentecostal Christian, said last month. A well-thumbed Bible tucked under his arm. He was emerging from a morning service at Pure Fire Miracles Ministries on a street, humming with church goers, ice cream vendors, and clamoring children. His brother John, who had been buying anointing oil, saddled up. God is not going to be happy, he said. Across Accra, Ghana's coastal capital, citizens joke that the hole is the biggest and the most expensive hole in the world. A valuable stretch of land surrounded by museums, bank headquarters, and some of Ghana's residences hotels was cleared of government buildings for the church. And what's I'm not moving? Yes, say, and near my nice buildings are yebubu to go your not read FU. Ye 3 buildings be to go, including passport office. This is idea. Now, President Mahama, we will be very disappointed in you if you don't investigate this matter. I'm being honest with you. President Mahama, we will be very disappointed in you if you don't investigate this particular case. And we get yanyati bonkos of 4 bi so mu ye MPP communicators to TV ni radio so e defending kwase ade we. Ha! Mami sign ti have you na he. I say the nation had grand plans for a national cathedral designed by a celebrity architect. The 400 million project became a political battleground. The walls surrounding Ghana's national cathedral are aging plywood. Its spires are yellow construction cranes, which have not moved in years. It frequently reverberates with singing, the singing of a choir of frogs that moves in whenever the cathedrals have finished foundation filled with rainwater. Enti sene na America no ensu tobre ensu toguma entwire no susa. Ghana's former president Addo Akufo spent $58 million of public money on the $400 million cathedral project. A huge sum in this debt saddled West African country. The new finance minister, blah blah blah, can't wait. So you see, Addo and Addo Dija, I don't know, New York Times for this is how they reported the news. Now, Brofono Cotton newspaper, and kind of say, ye moi. Mizamu. Huh? Broni Cotton newspaper, and kind sad we are on Cassie before ye moi. On Cassie Ghana ye moi. How can this happen? Serious nation ban a building, sorry dying instead of factory. Ye Jimmy? When I come to us and be before ye Jimmy. President Mahama, investigate that matter. This is how they are you way and Guasie, Oko do una woman mu yedi $58 million this year minano. For Quasiako, Ukro ye yago abaha, send on atem. This is disgusting.